welcome to my weekly energy forecast. Actually, this is going to be our monthly energy forecast. I'm Sarah Louise from Sarah Louise Live, and I'm here showing up on YouTube to share with you my intuitive take on what's coming up. So what's going to be happening in the cosmos, what those planets are doing, and how their movement is going to affect the energy that's here, how that's going to possibly affect you personally, and how you can best work with the energy that we're going to be kind of moving through. So my purpose is, to share this information and my intuitive feel of it so that you're super aware of what's going on, super aware of what's coming up, and you can just navigate yourself in the best possible way so that you're in flow, with that universal energy, not completely unaware of what's going on and like tripping up, at every corner. So last few days of February, March is on us, and I believe that March is the most significant month of this year, of a long time. We have some massive planetary shifts happening, those shifts are going to cause massive energetic shifts, and what I believe is going to be a massive rebirth, transformation, great awakening. There's so many words that I could describe of the energy that I see coming in because of these monumental big shifts. So we have quite a few this month, and that's why it's such a big month. So this first week, I feel like we're gently easing into March. Gently easing in. There's not too much happening, but we're going to start to feel some energy bubbling. That kind of feeling in our belly of like, I feel something's coming. I'm aware that there's something brewing, but I'm kind of not sure what it is. Well, the 7th or the 8th, depending where you are in the world, we have full moon in Virgo. And as that happens, we've got Saturn moving into Pisces. And I believe this is a monumental, massive shift in energy, right? Massive. So that's the 7th or the 8th. I'm going to come back to it. Then we have Pluto going into, actually before that we have the equinox. We have the end of the zodiac cycle wheel. We have, we're at the end, and we walk into a new zodiac wheel. So we've got the equinox, which is that turning point. We have Sun moving into Aries, which is the beginning of the wheel. So it's like this whole new cycle begins. We're starting to walk that wheel one more time. That new cycle of life. Massive. At that equinox is massive. So that's the 20th, and then I think it's the 23rd. We have Pluto going into Aquarius. Massive. That's a 20-year cycle. That hasn't, Pluto's moving, it moves in 20-year cycles into these signs, and it's massive. So let me go back to that 7th or the 8th. I'm going to talk more about it next week as it's coming up, and we're actually going to be working under it in one of my live sessions because I believe it's probably the biggest shift that we're going to feel. So Saturn, if we think about it, Saturn's like the headmaster, the strict father, Lord of Karma, some people call him, and Saturn is about to move into Pisces. So where it's going is very different. It's going to sit there for a 3-year cycle. It feels conflicting, the energy, and because of this shift, we're all going to feel it. It's going to play out differently. Always our stories are different, but the themes are going to be kind of the same. There's going to be some form of constriction, and a lot of work needing to be done in certain areas for our growth. I'm going to talk more about it next week, but I believe that movement of Saturn is going to help a lot of people really step up, rise up, and get fully on, a new path of evolution. And it's like there's a new paving of a new way that's more aligned with our soul's evolution. It's like here you go. So there's this real paving a way of a new but it's going to kind of push us, you know. It's the headmaster. It's, you know, come on, step up, you know. And in Pisces very much, you know, around that visualization, dream and spiritual and intuition, and they're quite different energies. So it's going to be funky, but as I said, I believe that there is so much opportunity as this shift happens for us to really grow spiritually, to evolve, and to really take a higher path, and to really start to see the world in a more open, aware way, to really become authentic. Like, fake is not gonna work. Yeah, being, you know, we have to be authentic where we're going with this new energy. You know, if you show up to life open, authentic, willing to do the work, you know, and do the work and trust your universe, and trust even when you can't see where it's going, you know, you've got so much faith that you're just trusting the way and in that beautiful flow, even when you can't see, you know, those times when we feel like we're in the dark tunnel, but we don't stress there anymore. We trust that we're in the dark tunnel for a reason, and we find comfort there, then we're going to be fine. If we don't, it's going to be a challenging time. So we're going to be doing a lot of work. Yeah, a lot of work. I'm really working on that, you know, that in that inner world. Huge. So I will talk more about that. As I say, I've got a live coming up around that, but that, I believe there's going to be, I mean, you can Google it and read about it. There is so much information coming in, because anybody that works in energy and astro and cosmic are just going, oh my, this is a big shift. This is like going to change a lot of things. So the last time that Saturn moved was 3 years ago, and it moved into Capricorn. And so remember, it's constricting. Capricorn's very much around freedom. The day after Saturn moved in, lockdowns happened. Freedom was constricted, right? I don't believe that it always has to happen like on the day, you know. It's not like, oh my God, 7th or 8th of March, there's going to be like on this day, but it might, who knows? But it's, you know, it's a few year cycle. Yeah, but I believe when we, you know, it comes in quite strong at the beginning, and as we come to the end of the cycle, we've kind of worked through it and we're coming out of it. Yeah. So yeah, it's a biggie. That equinox is a biggie, you know. It's been a really, you know, incredible year walking that zodiac wheel, and as we walk it again, I feel like we rise up on that beautiful spiral of life. And remember that life isn't a linear line straight forward, it's a spiral. Yeah, and it's like we take that higher path, and here we go again around that incredible spiral. Yeah, around that circle again, the circle of life. So, you know, we let go, we leave behind, we create space for the new, we evolve, we grow, we take our lessons and our blessings, and we move on. We forgive, we forget, we leave it there, we keep walking forward. Yeah. So that's big. And then this Pluto into Aquarius, that's huge as well. That's going to do some massive shifts, and that's a 20-year cycle. Yeah, so I'll talk about that more at the end of the year, but there's going to be massive evolution in, I feel like there's going to be massive evolution in bringing light to things that have been a little bit dark. Internet technology, like AI, there's going to be massive over the next 20 years, massive leaps and bounds. I mean, we probably know it, but in all this kind of microchipping and like it's just gonna, yeah. So I was reading the other day that in Sweden, they're now putting chips in hands. People are lining up for this, putting chips in your hands so that you don't need to carry around your passport, driver's license, car keys, house keys, ID. You just wave your hand. And I don't know, but I think people need to think a little bit long term about, you know, chipping and microchipping and, you know, what does that really mean? Yeah, I also feel like the energy is really going to shift from, and this is around this Pluto as well, from, you know, this kind of hierarchy of people with power, coming more into, you know, people having more power, being able to make more choices. And I don't know how this is going to happen, but that's my feeling around this Pluto shift. Yeah. So yeah, there is so much coming in. Yeah, and it's funny, I try and tune into that, and I kind of can't even get past right now the beginning 2 weeks of the month, because I'm like, oh my Lord. Yeah, wow. Yeah, so this week, go easy, know that that's coming, go gentle with yourself, nurture yourself, look after yourself, eat well, do all the things that you know you need to do to look after you, and have your people around you. I really feel like as these shifts are happening, it's so important that we've got our people around us. You know, your soul family, the ones that get you, and it doesn't necessarily have to be your blood family, quite often it isn't, you know, but your soul group, those that support you and love you and hold you and help you to grow and inspire you and, you know, help you to elevate. As we go through these shifts, we really need more and more of those people around us. Yeah, there's a lot of, you know, the energy is really coming into collaboration and support of one another. Like, forget that old way of competition and I'm better than. It's not true. It doesn't work where we are. Yeah, there's such this beautiful energy coming in of authenticity and together and collaboration and support and love, and trust me, it's so much nicer, so much more beautiful way to be. And that's where these shifts are supporting. So those that choose not to go with that energy and shift into that are going to be challenged. Yeah, those that are shifting into that and trusting, yay, it's going to feel beautiful. Those that aren't, it's going to feel challenging. So, massive month coming up, massive. Go easy this week. I will be having a live session on the 7th as this shift happens, as this full moon happens. Yeah, I've called it the big one. To me, it's probably the biggest one of this year. It's so, like, I can just feel the energy bubbling up. Yeah, and remember, like, after March, we hit back into eclipse season. Yeah, so it's like, we got to be good. You know, we've got to be feeling good. We've got to be looking after ourselves. We've got to be on fire. We've got to be, you know, doing the work. Yeah, so that we can keep evolving, you know, we are still growing, and we are, you know, rising up to these incredible new shifts, rebirths, turning points, great awakenings. You know, you're going to hear this time lots of people talking about it in lots of different ways, and they're all true, you know. We're all just interpreting it in our own words, but it's, trust me, the energy shifts that are coming are big, and they're beautiful, and you got nothing to fear. Yeah, just keep doing the work, keep unpacking your stuff, keep working on you, keep, you know, doing whatever you do as your self-work, whether that's meditation, breath work, you know, eating well, you know, exercising, you know, looking after the physical, the mental, the emotional, choosing who you're around, choosing who you're not around, you know, having a look at your triggers, doing that internal work, you know, listening to audios, you know, all the things that we know help us. Having a mentor, having, you know, I hate the word therapist, but, you know, just having somebody that can work with you and, you know, help you. We all need a little bit of help. So anyway, I feel like I could talk forever about this month coming up, so I'm going to leave it there. I will see everyone live online on the 7th, 7 p.m. Brisbane time. I think it's a Tuesday. You can book in through the website. The website link is down here. Just go book in live meditation or live session, I think it's called. And yeah, if you can't make it live, download will be sent to you, and I'll be talking more. We'll be doing some energetic alignment work under this beautiful shift, and yeah, taking all the gifts and tuning into the incredible energy that it is. So I will hopefully see you then. Have a beautiful week. I send you lots of love, and yeah, get excited because March is massive.